had church in Granny's basement, I'll never forget the songs that we would sing over and over again, and one of them is one that I have memories tied to, and that's page 352, He Will Care for Me. And I remember Granny, I believe she played the piano even then, and played this song, and she always had a special little beat she would do on the chorus, and this song has always had deep meaning for me because of the memories that I'm tied to, and I just trust that as we go forward with our little congregation, the Lord will honor the sacrifices that she's made over the years and honor our efforts and help us to continue the work that she worked so hard to establish. So let's go ahead and sing page 352. I walk today in the Christian way, though dangers I may see. I will not fear, for the Lord is near, and He will care for me. No matter what happens, He will care for me. He will care for me. He will care for me. And His mighty hand will enable me to stand. No matter what happens to me. No test I face, but sufficient grace is ready for my need. When sorrows rise to obscure my skies, He proves a friend indeed. No matter what happens, He will care for me. He will care for me. He will care for me. And His mighty hand will enable me to stand. No matter what happens to me. He will not fail in the strongest gale that stormy winds can blow. And in His grace is a hiding place, unknown to any foe. No matter what happens, He will care for me. He will care for me. He will care for me. And His mighty hand will enable me to stand. No matter what happens to me. I trust in Him, the disaster's ground before me seems to be. He calms my fears and He dries my tears, and faithful is to me. No matter what happens, He will care for me. He will care for me. He will care for me. And His mighty hand will enable me to stand. No matter what happens to me. That song is sung
Amen.
with conviction, if we know, and we certainly know that it was written with conviction by the author and by the sure certainty and confidence that he had in knowing that no matter what happened in his worst times, God would care for him. And I've given the history of this hymn writer before, but it bears repeating today. This man was a visiting evangelist. He was a preacher, and he walked around parts of the country holding tent revivals. And one time he was working, getting ready to hold a revival, getting ready to bring some messages for the week, and he was setting up the tent. and a tent pole fell upon his back and broke it, paralyzed him for the rest of his life. And he could have allowed that to make him bitter towards God. He could have said, God, I was doing your work. Why would you allow this to happen to me? But he didn't. And instead of doing that, he turned his pain and his struggles into something that was triumphant and full of victory. And when he sings, when he writes the words, no matter what happens, you'll care for me, he knew what he was talking about because it had happened to him. And so we can take courage in knowing that even when we're going through the deep, hard times, and we're going through them, and we're having pain right now, but no matter what happens, he'll care for us. And it says that he dries our tears. He calms our fears. And no test we face, but God has sufficient grace. And we will hold on to that by the grace of God, because that is what he is calling us to do.